Well, hello, ladies and jelly spoons. Paul here from PA Brew News. I have something that someone has brought back to me from Tennessee. So, without further ado, here we go. It is not a beer review. This is another spirit review, which is very few and far between on the channel. I don't drink a lot of spirits. It is to be said. This is Old Smoky, Tennessee whiskey from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And this is a handcrafted Tennessee whiskey, mountain made, salty caramel whiskey. And they do have variants, a lot of variants of their whiskey. So I know Rajay was enjoying this on his channel. I did not a review, but on his regular Thursday night stream, he was enjoying some of this on the side. Straight out of the bottle like a man. That's the way you do it. Okay, whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color added. So there you go. So half the people just tuned off right there because of caramel color added. But you know what? I guess there it is. 750 milliliter bottle. It says 30% alcohol by the volume, so a very session strength beer, or a whiskey for sure, 60 proof. Produced and bottled by Old Smoky Distillery, LLC, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And something to the extent that this is the most visited distillery in the country. I heard that. I don't know if it's true or not. It might be. It might be. And, you know, good to them. There was another thing that came with this, like a passport kind of thing, that I probably could read to you, but, you know, reading's hard, so I guess I'm not going to do that. But it's still sealed, so we do unseal it. I don't know if it's a cork or a cap or whatever, but we're going to unseal it. Hopefully it's a pull cork, because I just find, excuse me, I don't know why I'm itching my nose right now, but I hate this. Sometimes my part just looks so weird because there's no part, but there's a part. And I'm not bald, I swear to God. I'm not. Okay, so is it a cork? Or is it a cage? What is it? Oh, it's a can. It's a cap. I don't know why. Sorry. Being weird. I like cork. I'm a big fan of, if you're gonna have a whiskey, you know, the cork. I'm a cork guy. I like cork. I don't care if it's like it's got like a weird this or that, but I like it when you pop a cork and then there you go. So anyway, caps off. We have the cap discussion. There's actually a whole cap discussion with wine, which is fine. And basically it goes better or traditional, which one do you want? Because traditional, you know, is nostalgic, but caps, the way they do it is a better seal, is a better, you know, it prevents oxidation and stuff like that, like drying caps. Drying corks has ruined many a beer and many a wine over the years, that kind of thing. So let's get into this. Label out, folks. I think that's good. Okay. So here we go. Now, I haven't had whiskey, and I don't drink spirits very often, if ever. My favorite whiskey to just neck, I guess you'd say, is Basil Hayden, which I haven't done on the channel, which I should. I've never actually bought a bottle of Basil Hayden. I bought many bourbons over the years, but part of me thinks the reason for that is because I just haven't been able to find Basil Hayden to buy. But when I'm out, I like to get Basil Hayden because it's a very smooth, very easy drinking kind of a. Look at these. I'm tired. I am tired as fuck. I really need to go to bed, but Basil Hayden is just a very smooth, easy drinking whiskey, bourbon, and I really like that. Just the simplicity of the beer, the whiskey rather, just so easy. Just so smooth. Kind of like Tito is the smoothest uh, vodka. I consider Basil Hayden the smoothest whiskey. Um, but I do like Old Forester in 1776. I think it is very much stuff like that. I drank a lot of that here at the house because I actually gave most of my whiskeys and what is with this thing? I don't know. I gave most of my alcohol liquor to a friend to keep for me, and then they got divorced, so it's still at her house. So I don't think I'll ever get that back, which is a shame because it's like a lot of money in a box that I don't think I'll ever see again. But you never know. I just wanted to keep it there as like, I'll pull this out when I need to. You just keep it there so I don't get, stupid drunk. Oh my fuck. Are you sure this is natural flavors? And the coloring's only caramel? Are you sure about that statement? Look at it. Well, it looks great. It looks perfect. It looks exactly the way it's supposed to look. Absolutely. This smells like straight up salted caramel. Straight up. Like to a stupid extent. Like I was expecting like a nuance, a natural, because natural flavor is the whole natural. I was expecting a natural nuance of salted caramel, with other beautiful whiskey nuances to be had at the same time, right? No, fuck you. It's salted caramel. Yeah, that's all you get out of this bitch. You just, unfortunately, I'm having a hard time getting anything else but salted caramel out of this thing. Which, I guess the majority of people that get salted caramel whiskey would want to smell ridiculously like salted caramel. I was expecting more of like a natural progression of the salted caramel. Okay, yeah, I know I can get that nuance of this. Yeah, that's in there. That's in there. But there's also this. No, it's all this. So, because I'm assuming Old Smoky is extremely big, just like a Budweiser or whatever of whiskey, and that's why they have all the variants, and that's why they have all this, and that's why they have all that, and that's why they're in Gatlinburg, and that's why this. And anyway, let's try it. Cheers. Um, it's salted caramel. I mean, that's what else do you want? Like, I get nothing out of this but salted caramel. It's not a bad thing though. It's got this secondary kind of burn. Goes down smooth, warms you, Then after it gets done warming, like, yeah, that went down fine. And then there comes a little bit of a burn here, but it's not bad. It's not bad. And then, God. Um, like, it's my mouth is. You're doing one of those things. That's how, like, salted caramel, crazy, sticky, sweet it is. It, it's This is very long. I understand that. I understand this is a very long video. I'm sorry about that. But this is one of those ones where it's like, this is not going to work either. I'm just going to do something that's not going to work. I'm just going to say that right now. But um, I'm having a moment here. I'm having a weird ass moment right now because should whiskey, no matter what guise it takes, whether it's Scotch, whether it's bourbon, whether it's Japanese, whether it's this, where it's we like the word whiskey, what we know as whiskey, which is Tennessee, bourbon, Scotch. Should this be A, this one note, and B, this easy drinking? I don't know. I'm very confused by this. It seems a novelty. This whiskey. I'm getting more of the whiskey. Like that's what I don't understand about whiskey. It's like I filled that up to a goodly shot. And if you're not drinking whiskey all the time, you would be like, "Wow, that's a lot of whiskey." And then you would sip on that for a while. Here, hmm, I just opened it and it's like that little pepperiness, nice pepperiness, salted caramel down everywhere. Stickily sweet on the palate. If you wash your tongue with your teeth, yeah, if you wash your teeth with your tongue, get more of that residual sweetness. Um, Let me know in the comments. Am I a dick right now? But is this just a like kind of a novelty Barbie doll kind of a whiskey? It's like I got salted caramel whiskey. I did truly believe was a you know infused subtle whiskey with a bunch of robust, beautiful whiskey notes, and then nuanced with the salted caramel. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect a flavor blast of nothing but salted caramel in a very artificial way. Basically, it bothers me because it bothers me in a way that like most of these burritos and all these things that a lot of college women drink that is basically alcohol, like vodka, like shitty vodka with a bunch of artificial flavorings, but people buy them and you're wasting money by buying that when you can literally just put juice and vodka together and save money and get more drunk in your long run. I'm having reminiscences of that kind of like anger and argument into this. Is it tasty? Yeah, it's fucking tasty. It's tasty delicious. It's great. It's easy drinking. Yeah, it's great. I can actually drink a little bit more. I'm probably gonna do that right now. Yeah. 27 of the dollars. I will pay for this. And there you go. Just some more down. If I felt like it, if I was on a nice hangout, I could drink a bottle of this. Should I drink a bottle of this? No. Could? Yes. Especially if I was really drinking and really not thinking on a hangout with a bunch of guys, just really just going to town. Instead of doing like 8 beers or 9 beers, just this. Boom, boom, boom. Right down. Yep, I could do that. Should I? No. Should anyone? No. Will I? Maybe. It's weird though. It's so. I know it stopped. It has no soul. It has nothing. Like the whiskey, the base whiskey should be the heart and soul of the beer or the whiskey, the product. Where that's where you get your character from. You're this, you're that, you're you. And then everything else should accent that. Like your adjunct. Like if you want to put some stuff into it, yeah, that should adjunct that. This is just mass market stuff with stuff on top of it. You know what I mean? And I'm not into it. I'm not into it at all. I'm not into it. It's just a little bit of a traditional bottle with a fancy fucking traditional, like almost like, you know, fancy label to be this and that. And all it is a McDonald's. It's the McDonald's of whiskey. And that's all this is. And I expected more and I wanted more, and people should drive for more, and people who own this brewery should be ashamed of themselves. And I don't care how many fucking dollars and cents you have, you know, yeah, a camel through the eye of the needle kind of a vibe, because I'm sure they're all fucking worthless pieces of shit Christians, even though they writhe in money and love that other people are poor. I'm in a mood right now. And it's not because of this alcoholic beverage in the glass. It's this. It's this. It's getting me worked up. It's getting me worked up a little bit. It's a Beerita in a glass. And I don't buy Beeritas for a fucking reason. And I will, obviously I will pay the person the money for sending me this, because thank you very much, bringing this back to me, because I asked for it, because I expected more from it. You know, I was like, oh, salted caramel whiskey sounds good. Fucking beautiful whiskey with nuances of this and this. But when you allow yourself to take your product, your heart and soul product, the core of what you do, and allow chemical and natural adjuncts to cover it up completely and sell it as something else, you don't really give a fuck about what you do. You just want to mass market stuff to make money off people who don't know any better. And that makes you a shill and a fuckwad and a piece of shit. So that's what I think about you, Old Smoky, and all the people that work at your company. You fuckwads. At least own it and make those decisions. I hope you all fucking die in car crashes. So anyway, with each other, so no one else gets hurt. That might be a little strong, but this isn't, and this should be, and that isn't, is, and it shouldn't have been. Because of you. It's your fault I said that. So, there you go. Yeah, never take blame for what you say, because why would you do that? Anyway, Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey, the salted caramel whiskey, I would say as advertised, salted caramel whiskey, it's in that 9 category, a 9 out of 10 category. It is in that, you know, if you want to drink something that tastes like salted caramel, that's technically a whiskey, this is almost a 10. Okay? But if you want to drink a proper fucking whiskey that has lovely reminiscences, nuances that to balance, to counteract, to balance, and I don't even know what I'm bitching about anymore because maybe I'm just stupid. But if you want a true, honest to good this and that with something that would maybe balance and enjoy, so you can enjoy the whiskey that you bought, the whiskey. You know what I mean? Like I can just chug, salted caramel extract, but I bought a whiskey. I want to enjoy you have no whiskey enjoyment in this fucking bottle. If you want to enjoy the base whiskey while you're also having lovely nuances of salted caramel, this gets a 1. This is the most polarized review I've ever done in my life. This with the bottle is a 10. For the bottle at the same time, depending on your viewpoint, it's a 1. I mean, it's crazy. I'd never buy this again. I'd never tell anyone to buy this again unless I know you hate whiskey but love salted caramel and want to get drunk. If you love salted caramel stuff and want to get shit-faced, buy this. If you love whiskey, never fucking touch this stuff ever in your life because it does nothing but make a shill out of everything we do and everything they've done and anything anyone else has ever done making whiskey. It's one of those kind of deals. Will I drink it? Yeah, because my life is shallow and hollow and worthless. But will I buy it again? Fuck no. How about that? Even if I'm there. And when I go there, I'm going to tell them, you suck. So, there you go. Anyway, this has been Paul for PASpiritReview. Cheers. Bye-bye.